Hello, today is Friday and this is version 0.4 of my Emergent Games Tech prototype. Today I have done a lot of working, or the past couple of days I should say, on potentially getting text-to-speech working in Unreal. One way to do this was with Unreal Engine's own built-in text-to-speech plugin, which you can enable in the plugins tab for free. And this was quite good and really easy to set up, where pretty much all the work is done here. Outside of that, if it will load the map, all it essentially does is for each room that I create, I can add a room name, so front courtyard, and a room description, which is taken straight from the Castle Ravenloft dungeon from the Dungeons and Dragons Curse of Strahd module, which is one that I'm very familiar with. So every time you move room, it will go through these events. The room name event is separate because on uh, subsequent visits to a room, you don't want the entire room description to play out if you've already heard it before, but you might still want to know the name to help form that mental map. So there's a few upsides to using this, but there's quite a few downsides as well, which we'll see right here. So if we go in, it might be quite loud.
Front courtyard. Thick, cold fog swirls in this courtyard. Sporadic flashes of lightning glance the weeping clouds overhead as thunder shakes the ground. Through the drizzle, you see torch flames fluttering on each side of the keep's closed main doors.
So it works. That's the good part. The bad part is it has a few troubles. It's quite hard to understand, especially certain uh, sounds or syllables like S's, or the th in thick. This is a problem, and I can't seem to find a way that Unreal has provided to change the voice or adjust it in any way, which is quite frustrating because it feels like a dead end in that regard. It also doesn't seem to like most forms of punctuation, so it just reads the whole sentence quite fast, which isn't the best if you're trying to listen in. Fortunately, the room description isn't super important. The very important part is the room name, which is pretty clear, and it's always going to be about as concise as front courtyard or center court gate. So that should be pretty good in that regard. The alternative is to record my voice or someone else's voice in Audacity and edit it to be appropriate, and then import that as a sound cue or possibly a meta sound, although I don't think meta sounds would be necessary for this case. Um, some research into meta sounds could be done there and might be appropriate, but that is something I'll decide over the weekend, I imagine. However, this system does work. Again, very easy to use, so I'm kind of happy with it. Mixed feelings, honestly. But I imagine the text to speech for the room description won't stay as it is and will get tweaked somewhat. Thank you for watching.